Real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey everybody, this is Attilio, and I have a special guest to start off the top of our radio show right off the bat.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Governor Ige to the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Governor, so what was the reasoning behind this new policy that's coming into effect September 13th?
Attilio, I'm glad you want to ask me why I make the new policy. You know, we get some people out there, the vaccine is perfectly safe, but they don't like go get the vaccine. So we're going to make it difficult for them to go out and get food and eat out. So they're going to have to stay home. We don't like see them in the restaurant. And so they're going to have to get vaccinated or bring on tests. Also, they're going to be eating out only. You know, I think maybe, what is that?
Just
Uber
take
Eats.
out. Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. They're going to be collecting their points on Uber Eats.
Anyway, thank you, Governor, for that update on what's happening with the new COVID policy. That's what I wanted to talk about.
This is your Attilio's random thoughts.
Yeah, humor aside, you know, on a serious note, here's what I want to talk about. You know, if you're going to make a decision, and we're not going to be one of those shows talking about, you know, you get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. We're going to leave you individuals to make your own decisions in that regard. Here's the one request I do have. Make an intelligent decision. And Adrienne, is an intelligent decision made with listening to like not even talk show people, like a talk show real estate show? Should people make a decision based on what they hear on a real estate show for COVID? No.
We are not the experts on this by any means.
You go on PhD?
Yeah. No.
You go on MD? How about MBA?
Yes,
MBA,
I do.
yeah,
I do have an MBA.
Yeah, what's the MBA?
Massive bank account.
Yeah, we're working on our massive bank account, and we're using pig-headed determinists to get it. That's the only PhD MBA that we're working on. But here is what I would recommend. You know, when you go on the internet, take a look at the source of the information that you are using to make a decision on whether or not to get vaccinated or not. We know it has been medically proven that you are more likely to have long-term negative medical negative effects, in my opinion, because we can say that.
It's our show.
It's our
We
show.
can say whatever we want.
But this is what I've heard from medical doctors. And what they're saying is that you're more likely to have long-term negative medical effects
If you get COVID.
from COVID than you will from actually getting the vaccination. So some food for thought. But take a look at, you know, folks, we know people personally that are getting COVID. It is not fun.
No.
And all I know about you is that you know, both you and I have gotten the vaccination. And not that it's 100% bulletproof, 100% idiot proof that you're not going to get COVID. But you know what? I look at it this way. Professional property management is like getting a vaccination against tenant headaches.
That's right. So we got Duke Kim on of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
He's going to vaccinate you against tenant headaches.
That's right.
Landlord problems.
Who do you have for us this week?
There's a million tenant headaches that you can encounter.
Yeah.
But let me tell you that right now, with the CDC banning, or they tried to get their eviction moratorium in, and the government swiped it down, and you got the governor's new Bill 57, and there's just so much confusion out there about what's going to happen to people that have not paid the rent.
Yeah.
For the people that are paying your rent, great. And for the landlords that are out there that are thinking about buying investment property, I always get asked the question, what's going to happen now if there's an eviction in my property? Well, we are forever changed with Bill 57, which mandates that we have to give a 15-day notice versus the old way was 5.
Yeah.
And then we have to apply for a mediation process through the Mediation Center of the Pacific. Once we go through that and we cannot resolve our issues, then we can go to the courts and say, we're ready to go to court and we need a ruling. So the problem with that moving forward is that the court is taking people that are 4 months behind in rent or more. So if you're 3 months behind in rent now and you want to try and start this process with them, you will be rendered to wait until November. So 3 months is November and 2 months is December, and 1 month behind will be January of 2022.
Wow. So these new policies are really, so if someone just stops paying rent now, you have to wait 15 days. So that's 2 weeks. And then you got to wait to get a date for mediation and then wait again. So it could be 4 months or more. Wow.
Yes. And now that'll put them 4 months behind. And that's the way they planned it. The city is anticipating a huge backlog of evictions.
Yeah.
But, on the lighter side, people can't claim that they were unjustly released from their job, and then they get to qualify for the CDC's right to stay in the property and not pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
See, so, the new law is not good, and the old law was not good. And, people that have COVID now that are in your houses, well, there's problems with that too.
Yeah.
So, to be a landlord, if you're going to try and navigate this by yourself without having knowledge about stuff, good luck.
Yeah. Plus, it's changing so often.
Yeah, Duke's been doing a lot of reading lately.
Yeah.
With all of
A lot of reading.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff affects the owners, and it affects the tenants, and it affects the property managers that do their job every day by doing inspections, getting people in the properties, doing background checks, and all the stuff we normally do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So if you want a professional managed property, give us a call. But I do say that all the owners, you should try and call around just to see if anybody else will return your call.
Yeah.
Just comparative
It
knowledge.
always, right. It always shocks people when I call them back and they'll be like, oh, I just sent my inquiry in. Yeah, that's why I'm calling you.
They're like, they call you and they're like, what? This is a live person answering the
You're calling
phone?
me back?
Right. On top of that, get the owner of the company to call you.
Yes.
So, there's some things that we have been doing throughout the course of our 15 years that nobody else has been doing. So we do a rent guarantee, we do an eviction guarantee, and we do a communication guarantee.
Yeah.
So if you want to know more about our services, you can find us on the internet at www.hipacificpm.com.
Duke, this whole conversation reminded me of the movie Mary Poppins, and this is what my thought came into my mind. The fact that you guys are just focused on doing property management. Remember Dick Van Dyke, the character? He had the one-man band. He had the cymbals on his knees.
That's definitely
the drum,
not,
the harmonica in his mouth, and and it doesn't sound too good compared to somebody that's completely focused on playing one instrument and singing. But you're more like Mary Poppins, and Mary Poppins came in, took care of the kids.
Very structured.
It was very scrumptious.
Yes.
And supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's the feeling that people have when you guys take over property management of their farms, of their
farms. No
farms.
farms here. Duke, I've got one question on this whole situation with the tenants not paying rent. Now, if the owner decides they're like, you know what, I'm done with this and all this non-rent paying and I can't pay my mortgage, I'm just going to sell the property. How does the law work with that? Do the tenants need to leave after the property sold, or what's the process there?
That was a moratorium rule that said that the buyer, after closing, had to give the tenants a 45-day notice. So now, if the tenants are on a month-to-month lease, they can be given the 45-day notice when the owner decides to sell. Or if the owner is going to take possession of the property, then they can give them the 45-day notice. But if they're in a lease, they cannot be taken out of the property until the end of the lease.
Yeah.
Even if they're not paying.
They agree. Well, if they're not paying, then that's totally different. Then you got to get an attorney.
Yeah.
and I'm not going to give you the straight answer about people not paying because it falls into the Bill 57 rule.
Yes.
But,
It's complicated.
Yeah, with our eviction guarantee, we use an attorney to go through the laws. So when you skip a step or you miss a step or you go through this whole process and you do something that you're not supposed to do, then you got to go to the back of the line.
Yeah.
So we pay an attorney, a law firm, to go after the people that don't pay rent for us. We have a collection agency, we have a law firm, we do it all legally, and this way, the owners don't have to worry about paying for all this stuff or missing a step.
What a great value.
Yeah.
It is.
And, Duke, we always tell people, don't take our word for it. Don't even take Duke's word for it. Take a look at your guys' reviews. In fact, on August 30th, 2021, you guys had a 5-star review. I'll read it to you. It says, I signed a property management agreement with HI Pacific Property Management in 2020. Mike Wobblon is my property manager. He went over all the documents with me in detail and did a fantastic job of finding the right tenants in a short time. I'm happy with this company, especially Mike, as he is responsive, efficient, cares about my rental property. I would recommend this company to my family and friends. That's from Google. It's like Google or Yelp?
I think that was a Yelp
That was a
review.
Yelp one.
So yeah, check out their reviews.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
look at the reviews.
It's pretty crazy that, nowadays there are more people that will give you a good review than before.
Yes.
In the old days, if you're doing a good job, then you would never hear from people.
Yeah.
And people would be the first to tell you that you're not doing a good job.
Mhm.
And they usually send a review and a nasty email. But now, people take to the internet to say, yeah, you're doing a good job.
Yes.
And it's very refreshing. It really is.
Because you guys have a compliment department instead of a complaint department. So,
Well, today we got a Yelp review from a tenant.
Wow.
So it was kind of odd. Yeah. I'm trying to find it on the internet. But
was it
I guess
was the username Cosmic Money?
No.
Because we got a 1-star from Cosmic Money. She don't like
it
our
sounds
hiring
like
process.
you got a good review. I've heard too, like from your tenants who I've met in different situations, that they really enjoy being a tenant that is
They
being
look for
managed
properties.
by Hawaii
Yeah.
Pacific Property Management because of the communication and how attentive that you and your staff are when there's any kind of issues. So
maintenance.
Yeah.
Maintenance is a big deal.
yeah,
And a lot of owners are concerned about that when we first, get in a one-on-one meeting. How do you handle maintenance? Because they don't want to be involved in all that. That's why they get a property manager.
Yeah.
you guys got it dialed in because you got happy tenants and you got happy owners. So
Yeah.
you're doing something right. So keep doing it.
Well, that's all you do. When that's all you do, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thanks,
All
Duke.
right. Thanks, Duke.
All right.
All right, so you can get a hold of Duke and his team at 445-9223. That's 445-9223. You can also find them on teamlally.com under the resource tab on Experts We Trust.
All right, and now, for the Mary Poppins of insurance, we have Bradley Maruyama. He comes floating into your life just like on an umbrella, and makes your world of insurance much more less stressful, especially in that moment of truth. Bradley, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. And what you got for us this week?
Well, we got some shocking news. A bunch of us agents have been talking story, and we've been finding that condominium association policies have been increasing their deductibles not to $50, but up to $250,000.
Wow.
That means that the individual condominium or owners will now need to increase their HO6 policy to $250,000. So, what does that mean to an insured? Well, you might have once been paying $180 to $200 a year.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to see these premiums go up to $1,600 per year.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is a huge
It's
jump.
like a 10x jump.
And this
Yeah,
is like
so,
across the board or just
Some
specific
buildings.
buildings?
And that's what spurred the conversation with a bunch of us yesterday is that, we've been seeing an increase from 25 to 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
But in this last 2 months, we've been seeing $100,000 deductible. We've been seeing $250,000 deductibles. So we are feeling like the trend's going to start going that route.
They're
So
trying
what does that
to,
mean to the insured?
yeah, more
That's
costs.
what the association is doing, is saying, well, the insured is now responsible for the first $250,000 in damages.
Why would the association make that huge change?
And what
Does it make
is-
such a
and-
big difference for
And
them?
what insurance are you paying for with your maintenance
I
fees?
know, right?
Sounds like no insurance.
Yeah, so that's a great question here. And what they're doing is the association policies are increasing as well.
Mhm.
So what they're trying to do is to offset that cost, to keep the maintenance fees down, they're increasing their deductible, which makes the association policy cheaper.
Yeah.
Just like they're just shuffling the money around because then your HO6 policy goes up, so it's going to be the same amount, maybe even more for
Well,
the
put it
owners.
upon the individual owners now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for one of the associations, what happened was there was a frequency in claims for the master policy.
Gotcha.
So in order to stay insurable, some carriers are saying, well, we'll keep you as insured as long as you increase your deductible, right? When the deductible increases, the frequency goes down.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because now it's going to the HO6 policies like the Allstate, the State Farms, Island Insurances of the world.
Yeah.
We're taking the granted of it, yeah.
So this is a warning for the condo
Well,
owners
it's a
to,
heads up.
yeah, just
If you're a potential
be aware.
buyer.
Could be coming down the pipe to increase
you're-
that HO6.
Yeah.
And before I used to tell people it's the older buildings, but the one that has a $250,000 deductible is the new building that came up in the last 3 years.
Oh, wow. So even a
Ooh.
brand new building. So not necessarily the age of the building, but again,
The
claims.
amount of claims.
The claims. So you know what? All you litigious people, stop moving in the same building. Spread around the condos,
And I think that's part of that. It's the building is on Naha. So if
Yeah.
you guys, if there's any realtors listening, if you want to be proactive and reach out to your clients,
Yeah.
let them know that if you did buy here, you can expect this coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, it's called the HO6 because you're like, oh, my insurance went up sixfold. That's why, no, that's not the reason why it's HO6, but feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, good heads up for people that are in that situation or potentially looking to buy
Yes,
those things. You better find out your
aware.
quote for the HO6.
And read those condo docs
Yeah.
too.
Read the condo docs.
We will cover that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Bradley.
Thank you,
Excellent tip.
Thank you.
So that's Bradley Mariama of Allstate Insurance. You can reach him at 591-8016. You can also find him on teamlally.com under the resource tab and experts we trust.
All right. Next up, we got Nikki from American
Floor and Home.
Floor and Home.
Nikki.
Nikki, what you got for us this week?
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Well, my tip for the week is, a lot of people come into our store. We do remodeling, flooring, and they really don't know what they want, but they also don't know how much they can spend. So our recommendation is to make sure if, have a budget or if you do need to go look for a loan, get pre-qualified before you come in. So that way we have a starting point of what kind of products you want to choose and where you want to go. Our designer said that typically for a home, you would want to maybe save about 10% if you want to have a good kitchen. Leave out about 10% of what the total amount of the house would cost or the condo would cost, and that would be a good starting point just to make sure. Because sometimes it is a high amount when you come out to it, but then sometimes there's hidden things that come out, with plumbing, electrical. So it's good to save that amount if you're trying to redo an entire kitchen.
So kitchen remodel, rule of thumb, 10% of the whatever current value. Go look at your tax report. Maybe that's a good quick one if you own a home for a while.
So Nikki, you mentioned going to your bank. Does American Floor and Home, do you guys offer any kind of financing or payment plans, or what's your recommendation besides that, the bank?
We actually do. We do have what's called Synchrony. So Synchrony actually is with different furniture companies or other retail companies, but we actually partner with Synchrony. We actually do right now the promotion is 36 months free financing as well, as long as you qualify for that. We do offer that But we also recommend if people have their own financial institutions that they like to go to, they can go there as well.
Well, you kind of like, you tell them, hey, you went Foodland for shop for food. Make sure you bring your bank card with you. Or so you'll be the one in the express line. You're like, oh, I forgot my form of payment. I got to come back.
Well, I think it's definitely a great time to, if you have equity in your home, you can apply for a home equity line of credit with some really great rates. And, maybe if you don't have as much equity as you need, then you can check out this program that American Floor and Home has to make those renovations.
And from the real estate side of it, we're finding, we've been doing this for 15 years, probably helped over 1,000 homeowners here on Oahu. What we found is the number one ROI, return on your investment. You know what? I'm going to call it ROE, return on enjoyment.
That too.
Is a kitchen remodel, because we spend so much of our time in the kitchen, especially if you never get vaccinated. On September 13th, you're going to be spending more time in your kitchen because you gotta go out to eat. Unless you like getting COVID tests, every week. But so might be something to think about. But that's where we're seeing the biggest return.
Yes,
when helping people sell their homes. Is a remodel kitchen.
Yep, and then bathrooms.
Yeah.
And flooring. Those are the top three. And you guys are one-stop shop when it comes to that.
So,
yeah.
Awesome. Anything in the kitchen that you see, are people opening up the kitchens, closing up the kitchens? Just one last.
What are the trends?
What's the layout look like? What's popular layout or floor plan?
Well, a lot of people are actually expanding and getting bigger islands. We're knocking down walls to expand out kitchens, especially in condo units. A popular trend is accessories in the cabinet. So, when you pull out your cabinet, and a lot of people have the lazy Susan, they want to be able to pull that out all the way so you can see things in the back. So those are popular, and having, little shelvings inside of the cabinet to put your pans and baking sheets sideways, and then storage units for the spice rack.
Yeah.
So people are getting a lot of different types of cabinet accessories inside of their cabinets now to make it easier to organize instead of just having clutter inside of the cabinet.
Do you guys have Marie Kondo kitchen that sparks joy? I would get a Marie Kondo kitchen.
Yeah.
And
then we also do the solid surfaces. So a lot of people like the fact that we have the countertops that don't have the grout lines. So it's easier to clean.
Yeah, because that's where
the sink is connected to the countertop.
Gotcha. That's nice, because that's where typically you see the dirt collects in the grout lines, and then you got to redo it and then reseal it. So the solid countertops, and in this day and age, people like sanitizing things more. So that's where we're at today.
They do. Yeah, and the elevated toilet. The elevated toilets and the elevated cabinet, so that you can Swiffer underneath the toilets and the cabinet too.
Yeah, that's a nice thought too, because I think people are paying more attention to how clean their homes are, because we're there more now.
Yep.
They are.
Yeah, at the beginning of the pandemic, we said, could you see yourself home sheltering here? That was our tagline for helping to sell a home. And but yeah, people are more and more homebodies, whether it's mandated by the governor or just in general. I think that's where people want to spend more time, especially here in Hawaii, because we have such good weather all year long. It's kind of nice. So kitchens and baths and floors, that's you guys' specialty. And anything else, Adrian? You got any questions for Nikki? All right. Thank you, Nikki.
Thanks,
Thank
Nikki.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So you can get a hold of Nikki and her team at 348-2221. And you can find out more information about American Floor and Home under our resource tab, and just click on Experts We Trust.
Yeah, so go there, because we've done the research. So that is one of the things that we like to do, is be helpful to our potential listeners and letting them know that we've done the research. So just go, if you're like, I'm not sure who to use for all these different things or services that I might need for my home, you just go to our website, Experts We Trust.
We've done the research
We've
for
done
you.
the research, and all the links and phone numbers and everything's there. Maybe even some videos and testimonials. It's all right there. Okay.
All right. So I think it's that time to take a break.
Okay.
But when we come back, we'll be talking with Broderick Sherwood of Zerorez Hawaii. We'll talk about why no other carpet cleaner in the world gets your carpets as clean as Zerorez Hawaii.
Stay with us.
This is Scotty B from News Radio 830 KHVH. Well, you've gone back and forth on it. You finally made that decision to sell your home or investment property. What do you do next? Well, you contact Team Lally. That's my recommendation. Here's an example of what they've done for folks just like you. Chris and Deanna Howell were at the end of a multi-year work project, needed to sell their Waianae home to move back to the mainland. Well, Team Lally engaged their incredible home selling strategy, which includes 3D interactive video tours along with a great media presence. And the property sold in just one day for $40,000 over list. Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Their home selling strategy and marketing concepts are so successful, they're selling homes for up to $70K over asking. And what happens if you need to get out of the contract? Well, they'll let you out at any time, so there's no pressure there. Give Team Lally a call today at 799-9596. Online, it's teamlally.com, or even easier, just Google Team Lally. That's Team Lally.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Hawaii, I would hire Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Their marketing strategy is so effective that if your home doesn't sell on terms you agree to, Team Lally will buy it. Partner with the team I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
Hey, Buck, as a real estate investor, if you were going to buy or sell property in Hawaii, what's the first thing you do?
That's an easy call. Call Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. They've always guaranteed to sell your home or they will buy it. I love that confidence and the marketing that backs it up.
You aren't alone. Sean Hannity, Colin Cowherd, Scotty B, and Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank all agree with us. Team Lally are the agents we trust, and that trust is well-founded. They're selling homes for up to $70,000 over asking. What would you do with an extra $70,000?
How much time do you have? I mean, I've got a long list. Do yourself a favor. Check out all the reviews and see why thousands trust Team Lally. Google Team Lally, or if you want immediate answers, give them a call at 799-9596.
And don't forget to check out the Team Lally Real Estate Show right here every Saturday morning at 10. Get the best advice from Team Lally.
Hello, Hawaii. It's Colin Cowherd. Things may have changed in the sports world, but the games must go on. Look, I invest in real estate all over America, and right now, with the ultra-low interest rates everywhere, if you're serious about selling your home, you need to talk to my friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally, Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Team Lally's incredible marketing with 3D tours and its huge database of buyers has continued to sell homes quickly with multiple offers over the asking price. Adrian and Attilio continue to spend tens of thousands per month on marketing to attract hundreds of buyers every month using a unique app that communicates daily with over 3 million luxury home buyers around the United States. Adrian and Attilio guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it themselves. Give Adrian and Attilio a call at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And start packing.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use. But we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016.
Tired of waiting 2 to 3 months to finalize your home loan or refinance? Joy Tanya and her team at Pacific Wind Mortgage have a turn time of 30 days or less by processing your loans locally.
Take advantage of today's low interest rates by calling our good friend Joy Tanya of Pacific Wind Mortgage. Her personal cell is 488-5510. That's 488-5510.
Hey, Adrian, guess what?
What is it, Leo?
Joy has a huge secret.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
I can tell you. Okay, here it is. Jody has a free home buying guide that reveals insider tips others may not want to know.
Wow, how do I get this free home buying guide?
Easy. Just go to our website, pacificrim.com. That's PAC or PACRIMNTG.com.
I see the free home buyer guide has valuable information that can help me avoid mistakes and could cost me tens of thousands of dollars in the lifetime of my loan.
Yes. So check out their site. That's pacificrim.com or give her a call at 488-5510. That's 488-5510. What's the website?
It's PAC, P-A-C, RIM, R-I-M, Mortgage, MTG.com. Hawaii, NMLS ID 1032554.
The Team Lally Real Estate Show continues.
Give it to me, I'm worth it.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596. You can also find us on the web at teamlally.com.
Hey, just a quick reminder, Hawaii Career Night. We do have a career night coming up, and we are looking for people to join our team. So please go to that website. What's it called?
HawaiiCareerNight.com.
Our guest today is from Ogden, Utah. Currently lives in Kaneohe and studied healthcare administration at Weber State University. He moved to Hawaii after his boss from Utah, Jake Butler, asked if he would be interested in moving here to get Zerorez Hawaii started.
Zerorez is a revolutionary carpet cleaning service that uses patented no residue cleaning system. Please welcome our guest from Zerorez Hawaii, Broderick Sherwood.
Hello, Broderick.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Good,
Hello.
good. So,
Well, I also want to mention, too, it's not just carpets, because I had you guys come out and you did an amazing treatment on my travertine tiles.
yes.
And my floors have not been that clean since, I think, since I
Since you
moved
bought
in.
the house.
Yeah, the grout lines are very nice. They're
You're
back
like,
to the
oh,
original
wow, this
color.
tile has grout? I didn't know it had grout.
So you guys
Oh, yeah,
have
that's-
other things you do besides
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure. What we specialize in is most any surface, like you're saying, stone, tile, upholstery as well, so couches, furniture, stuff like that, where you do like chairs, dining chairs, that stuff for upholstery as well, solar panels, and exterior pressure washing, so driveways and all that stuff. It's a really versatile company, and like it just makes it that way because of all the technology and resources that we have, and just like being out here, we know how much those can be used. Like we live in Kaneohe where it's always humid and rainy, so all of our neighbors and all of us, we have these stone walls with moss and stuff covering them, and so pressure washing those is probably one of my favorite parts of the job, just because with that kind of cleaning, it's so satisfying. You just see an immediate difference in the stuff that you're doing, and it's just super cool. Like, it's just awesome to be a part of something so revolutionary in a sense.
Yeah, especially in Kaneohe with all the rain, you got to stay on top of it. If you
mold
don't,
and
your house looks like a Mayan temple that's thousands of years old because it's so with mold. Let's talk about the name, because that's like the key thing. Zerorez. What's that mean, Zerorez?
So when other people come in and clean your carpets, if you go rent the rug doctor at Safeway and clean your carpets yourself, you're using soaps and shampoos and stuff like that when left behind. I don't know if you guys have carpet in your homes, or have had people come clean carpet in your homes, but sometimes after they come in, there's like a crunchy feeling to the carpet, and that's actually like soap and stuff that's been left in. So what we do is we leave zero residue behind. So we'll take that stuff with us, as well as all the dirt on the process that we walk in the house. We'll bring our booties, fans, corner guards, and we'll walk in. We'll assess the job that we're going to do. Then we grab our freeze sprayer, which is just a light freeze spray. It has like a lemon scent with it, and we spray that down. We agitate it with the brush that uses counter-rotating brushes, and it pulls all that stuff up, all the dirt, all the oils, stuff like that. And that brings it to the surface. Then we use our wand and our water, which is broken down water and electrolyzed so much that it's more slippery than soap. We use soft water, and we break that down in a machine that then pumps out what's called bee water, and it's heated. And we use, depending on the surface, usually for most carpets, it's 350 psi. And we have a vacuum that creates an effect where we're also making it around half of the dry time, because that's a lot of what people are worried about right now these days is like dry times, because when your carpet's wet, you can't put stuff back in it, so you can't put, the chair back on it for a while, and you have to wait for it to dry, and that just becomes a hassle. So our average dry time is between 2 and 4 hours. So
Wow.
it's a lot of different technology than what we've seen in the cleaning industry, and it just is like, the name zero residue it circles back to we leave zero residue behind, and we also take what's been done in the carpets.
Yeah.
So Broderick, with all these extra things that are being done and this new technology, you think that it would be very expensive to utilize your guys' services. Could you talk a little bit about how like just the investment lines up with other competitors in the marketplace?
Carpet cleaning companies,
Yeah.
Yeah, so with our pricing, we keep it pretty competitive, but for what we do, we just think it's worth what we're giving and applying for, and we are like a price match, willing to match people's prices that they have, especially now, just to see, like, so we can show you how good of a job we do comparatively, and then as that continues to go on, obviously we know that our worth is what it is at, and all of our pricing is on our website at zerorezhawaii.com.
Well, you guys.
So the website, let's just say that one more time in case some listeners want to go to it real quick.
Checking it out right now.
Zero and then REZ Hawaii.com.
Yeah. So
right?
Zero like the number, R as in Robert, E as in Edward, Z as in zebra, Hawaii.com.
Spelled out. Yeah. So go take a look and see about all the different things and technologies, and super professional. And I can say that when they showed up at my house, they showed up on time, and they were all in their uniforms, and they were in and out, and very, very polite and professional. So
now, Broderick, there was this Korean lady. Everybody, she's not been there in a long time, but still people remember her.
Oh.
And she was the sample lady over at the Costco at White Kelly Costco. And she would, whatever her product was, she would be like, try some, buy some, try some, buy some. And you would hear it through the entire Costco. You're like, I don't know what. He was like, one time I went over there and I was so enticed by it. I was sampling dog food, dog biscuits. I was like, try some, buy some. I was like, oh, these are tasty.
You like the dog biscuits?
I like the dog biscuits, but you guys have something like that. You don't have a Korean lady standing in front of your business going, try some, buy some, but talk about like clean the room for free.
Yeah, so right now we're offering, especially with like those that we're in good contact with, like you guys, a free room cleaning or a service. So that would be a regular driveway or upholstery, a couch, a smaller couch, just to get in your home and kind of show you what the technology can do, because you really don't know the value of a clean carpet until your carpet's been cleaned, or your tile, your grout lines are gone and they're sealed, and it'll be 6 months before they come back again, just with the stuff that we use. So
nice.
Yeah, that's a nice service that we're offering now, especially while we're doing our grand opening, is we send that to people as that one free room or free service. So yeah.
And I know it won't be forever because you just want to build a business.
That's right, just getting the word out.
Here's a sense of urgency for people. If you're hearing it now, you might want to give them a call.
Oh, so what's the best number for them to call you at in case they can't get online and look at your website?
Yeah, so the number for our office and our incredible customer service lady is Amy, and the number for office is 808-699-7232.
699-7232. Adrian, what other questions you got for Broderick?
So talk to us a little bit more about the actual product that you guys use on the surfaces. Is it the same product across the board, or do you have different products for different surfaces?
So what we use and the technology that we have, and it's getting shipped over from the mainland right now, it's called Z-Shield. And what Z-Shield is it's a process in which we use our A water. So the B water is the clean. It's a degreaser. It is going to pull up all of your stuff. But the A water that we're going to use, we're actually on our way to spray your office with, because of recent events.
Yes.
Is a disinfectant that is better than Lysol wipes, anything like that. And the Z Shield is actually, it's like a defogging process or a fogging process. So what happens is we go through and we spray all the surfaces down with our A water, and that kills all the bacteria that's currently existing. And then you spray we use an electrostatic sprayer, and we spray it on the surfaces, and that has a 90-day guaranteed kill rate on 99.999% of any bacteria, any virus that comes in contact with it.
So for 3 months, it's going to be at work. And
yes.
Basically what Broderick was alluding to is that, so if you have anyone that has tested positive for COVID in your office or your home, it's good to have this service done.
Yeah, come in and have it disinfected for peace of mind for your clients, peace of mind for your team members,
for your home,
and you know, health and safety, because that's always priority number one. You know, we always realize too, no matter how much money you make or what kind of things you accumulate in your life, your health is number one. And so that's a big priority for us and our team members. So
I mean, so it sounds like that would be a good service too for, you know, maybe like high touch areas like restaurants, gyms,
lobbies.
Yeah, lobbies.
Well, it's crazy that you mentioned gyms, because we're kind of in talks with 24 Hour Fitness about trying to get their contract to clean all 5 locations on Wahoo. But
nice.
Just going to the gym and seeing like the facility sometimes, or you walk into a restaurant and you're like, I don't even know if I want to be eating here, you know, just because it's so, like, you don't understand the value of cleanliness, especially during these times of COVID. You know, it's like, all of this stuff is here. What else could be here?
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, you know, like the kill rate and the stuff for the Z Shield is just something that I think is so incredible. I try to push it super hard just because like you're saying, the peace of mind that you would have knowing that any germ that comes in contact with this surface for 90 days is something that's incredible, and the technology that we have and the information that we have on it is incredible. And so even like you guys say restaurants, high touch areas, I would go as far to say as like hospitals. I'm sure they use their own type of and maybe theirs is better, but just like even clinics, stuff like that, like where
daycare
people
facilities, home health care,
schools, the schools,
just start with your house.
Like every day, I'm getting notifications from the school about different kids testing positive. So it seems like the schools would also be another good place to have this product.
You know, maybe if you are somebody buying somebody's home and you don't, you know, whether or not they're going to tell you or not, I mean, they're supposed to disclose it. Not if you don't want to take the chance, maybe that would be something you would have done to the home before you move your family in.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a brand
and
home,
even like realtors, you guys know, like open houses, stuff like that. Like how much of a peace of mind would that bring, knowing that you could say, yeah, these surfaces have been sprayed and there's a 99.99% kill rate on it. So just so people around, you know, maybe somebody who's scared to come look at the house because of COVID, which is a totally justifiable reason, would come out because of that, you know?
Yeah.
So just like the technology that we have, we see it make an impact on people's lives around us. And I'll share a quick story about that. Is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, when we had just barely first started working out here on Oahu, there was a lady who found our company, Zerorez, in an ad in Las Vegas. And this lady is the sweetest lady. She has stage 4 cancer, and she needs the carpets cleaned frequently, because the dust and stuff that is in the home has an effect on her. It makes her cough. So we bought this machine that helps us clean condominiums and apartments and even hotels, stuff like that. It's like a mobile machine, so we can take it up the stairs, and they lived on like the 27th floor of this building.
Mm-hmm.
And we go in and we do all of our product and stuff, and we move our furniture around, make sure we're getting under all the areas. And at the time, the first time we went, she
she wasn't as lively. She kind of stayed away. But her husband Jerry, which is also an incredible man, he was just like, yeah. So this is the status, and we're super COVID sensitive, COVID safe. So we bring our gloves and our masks and our booties for our shoes and stuff.
Nice.
And we go in and we clean, and 3 weeks later we get a phone call from Jerry, and he's like, will you guys come back and do a deep vacuuming and cleaning again? It really made an impact on my wife. And we get there and we're like, yeah, we can do that for sure. Like, we would love to do that for you. And we get there and she's up and about and around and talking to us and super active and stuff. And she shares a pretty touching, like, heartfelt message with us. And she says, you know, I haven't coughed in 3 weeks after you guys have cleaned, and I haven't not coughed since I've had cancer.
Yeah.
And so for us, it hit home because we love doing this service because we love people. You know, we're in the business of people. We are serving people, and that's one of our mission statements for Zerorez is to become the most trusted provider in the industry. And just as she said that, and she's like, yeah, my doctor said that I only had a year to live, and that was 7 years ago. And she said, after she said the 3 weeks since I haven't coughed, she's like, anything to make me live that much longer.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, that just hits different, you know, like when you understand the impact you could have on somebody's life by providing a simple service like this.
Yeah. And the fact that you guys are no residue, non-toxic, and
no harsh chemicals.
Yeah. Because I know, local people, we just, we take our shoes off. We don't wear shoes in the house. So we have an extra, we're extra tuned into how clean our houses are because trust me, we know how if the carpet is crunchy because we were going on it with our bare foot. Oh man, I'm walking on lace potato chips here. No, this is a shag carpet that's pretty nasty. And the kids lay down and we put the babies down, and we like our floor surfaces inside our homes to be clean. So thank you for bringing this service to Hawaii.
And thank you for the excellent testimonial and story.
Yeah.
For one of your, looks like a repeat client. You're going to be seeing her every few weeks.
Well, you've improved the quality of her life, right? The quality of her life. Yeah. What more can we ask for? So thank you for that. And
let's give the website and phone number one more time before we let them go.
Yeah, so the website is zerorezhawaii.com. I'm sure people are clicking on it right now. And the phone number, Adrian? 699-7232 is what you were going to say.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yes, and can you call in? Who's going to answer the phone? You said some happy person is going to answer the phone.
Amy, she is okay. 1 second, I'll tell you a quick story about Amy.
Sure.
So, my coworker Ryan, we were roommates in Utah before we came out here.
Yeah.
We came out here together. One of my best friends, he has like these like bumps on his skin, and he's like, I don't know what they are, like. And everybody's harping on him. Go to the dermatologist, dude. What are you doing? And Amy, after the meeting, literally called all the dermatologist office around to try and schedule an appointment for Ryan. And it was like a couple weeks booked out that he couldn't go. And so she was like, I'm sorry, I tried. And that was just flabbergasted. I was like, man, this lady is the sweetest lady on the planet. Who else would do that for me,
she just took initiative to be helpful.
Before he was bumpy Ryan around the office, now he's smooth Ryan. Smooth Ryan.
Exactly.
Thanks to Happy Amy.
Thanks to Happy Amy. We have nicknames for all you guys before this show is over. But I'm going to call you Robin Hood because your last name is Sherwood, and you're coming to people's homes and stealing away bad health and nasty dirty places, and you're bringing them good, clean indoor living and quality of life there with Jerry's wife. So that was awesome.
I love it.
So, all right.
Thank you, Broderick.
Thank you, Broderick.
Yep. Yeah, have a good one.
You too. So again, you can reach them at 699-7232. Again, that number is 699-7232. Forget all about that. Just go to our website, Experts We Trust.
Under the resource tab.
Resource tab.
That's right. Okay, so we've got a few more minutes before the show is over.
Career night.
Career night. We have that coming up Monday.
You can zoom in on it. Completely COVID safe. Just go to our HawaiiCareerNight.com. I'm telling you right where we're looking. If you know somebody or this, 80 to 100 grand a year is what we're looking at as an income potential. Inside sales agent, you come into the office, we got everything set up for you. We give you the coaching, training, we give you all the people.
What do you say?
Here's something interesting because you're going to be calling in our database, our clients, our happy clients. And I will tell you right now, we've got about 50,000 people plus in our database. Adrian, how much money did we spend? How many lists did we buy to build up that 50,000? Zero. We didn't spend anything.
Money on lists. It's just people that
buy databases.
They just raised their hand and clicked on something and
reached out to them, or they reached out to us over the years, and we've collected them over 12, 13, 14 years. You're calling people that know, like, and trust us. So there's we call it warm contacting.
So if you're a phone pro, you like being on the phone and connecting, kind of like a concierge. Because people are usually not so angry. Sometimes you get a grumpy person.
Yeah, grumpy people exist in the world no matter what.
Yeah.
And we're gonna actually give them tickets one way. We're gonna put them on a special island where they can all hang out with each other, and then we're gonna leave all the happy people back here on Oahu.
That's right. So that is who we are looking for. So you can also go to jointeamlally.com if you don't want to wait for career night on Monday. From 5 until 6.
Speaking of making people happy, we just started. We're ripping this idea. It's been around, but we're kind of being reminded of it. When you go to a restaurant, what do you got to do?
You got to scan for the QR code.
Scan for the QR codes. Everybody knows about QR codes because of COVID and restaurants, and you don't no touching the menu. We don't give you COVID on the menu, so you got to scan the menu. So we created a QR code menu for our listings.
That's right.
Literally, you can just scan them. That's what Frank Alimo would say. You can scan them from the car.
You get everything that you want.
And it takes you to virtual 3D tours.
All the information on that particular property. Yes.
And so that's what we're adding to our listings on the sign. It says scan for 3D virtual tour. You got the big QR code. You know what? And it's so common, this technology. Before you used to have an
app. Yeah, I have a special app. And then it was just
now it's just part of the iPhone camera.
Yeah.
Scan them.
So convenient.
If I was in Y&I, you know what they say? Oh, brah, scan them.
Okay.
No, scan them. Go scan them. So, anywho.
Okay, then also, speaking of scanning them and listings, we do have quite a few coming soon properties that are in various stages of preparation. And, with the low inventory, this is definitely a value proposition from
we have anywhere from 10 to 15 properties, so if you want a special VIP pass, past the velvet ropes, to be able to take a look at our possible coming soon inventory that is not listed yet. These owners are just getting them ready for their debutante ball.
For the grand opening.
So that we can present them to proper society. Then give us a call at 799-9596. All right.
Well, thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jody Tonga and Derek Tonga, Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley Mariam of Allstate Insurance.
Kenji Vendetta, Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John Speed of Kilauea Pest Control.
Du Kim Han, Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Kyle Shimoda of Impact Wealth Solutions.
Robinson Leavier, Fine Line Paint Works.
James Santiago of Kaji Cleaning.
Nikki Nakamura with American Floor and Home.
Jake Kisek of Skyta.
Roof and Solar. And then we had Broderick Sherwood on our show today with Zerorez. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life
forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. We can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in our time frame. We'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
The preceding program was sponsored